When I remembered that 2 years ago today, on my birthday, I was also giving a presentation, this time a job talk for a position that I now hold as the director of a Center for Civic Engagement at a small university that's facing the same challenges that many of us are in the 21st century. And so I thought that rather than trying to be brilliant, what I would do instead is pause and reflect for a moment on what I have learned since finishing my dissertation at about the same time, and how I have progressed in this work of advancing civic engagement at our institution. So while my reflective slides progress in the background, I thought I would share with you a few of the more salient learnings from my time so far. The first is that developing a vision has been less about painting a picture for others to work toward than opening up the imaginations of my colleagues, administrators, students, so that they too can see what's possible through civic engagement, and exciting them to work with me on creating a path forward. And of course, that has often meant sharing examples of what's happening at other institutions, maybe examples from your own schools, to tempt them in their thinking and generate those creative juices. Second is that implementation of ideas requires both micro and macro tasks, such that in one moment I am ordering supplies and helping a student worker figure out how to sort columns in Excel, while in the next minute I might be working on a course proposal or a strategic plan or an advisory board or curricular revisions. I'm forever working to keep the ship afloat while at the same time steering it in a new direction. And this dance between micro and macro highlights the incremental nature of change, the many steps of the mundane but necessary process that have to happen in order to progress. And third, I've learned that telling our story is not just about marketing or assessment, though those are important. It's not just in recognizing individuals for the contributions they've made or to stoke their egos as a token reward for their effort. Rather, telling our stories, sharing with each other, with our colleagues, with students and administrators, the struggles and successes of this work is essential to the outcomes we want to achieve. Through our stories, as through the opening of our imaginations and the perpetual dance between micro and macro, we can focus on process rather than jumping into outcomes. After all, effective progress toward change, effective process toward change is an outcome if we want what we're striving to be toward as a more effective democracy. And just as our students benefit from seeing the ups and downs of social change, of grappling with disappointment and failure, and celebrating victory, so too can we, as a community of practice, benefit from sharing with each other our own challenges and frustrations and victories and struggles, and in fact share those with our campus colleagues and administrators and so on. Indeed, the news in recent weeks has been, as it so often is, oriented toward the negative. Bombings reignite the story of fear. Congressional inaction, or perhaps ineptitude, reignite the story of inaction, quell our hope for change. But ours is an alternative narrative, one of progress in the face of fear, one of civil discourse and collaboration, of action in the face of apathy, of caring as an antidote to dysfunction. And while we have frustrations and challenges that we may face, as our students do, ultimately, the work we do can challenge that frustration and that anger to serve the public good. And we can teach our students and help our students figure out how to do the same. So our story provides the constant reminder that change can happen if we work at it. Thank you.